U.S. is hoping to finalize a new trade deal with China, looking to avoid a costly trade war.
The president yesterday announcing the effective rate of tariffs on China has been lowered by 10% from 57% down to 47%. This rate is still higher than when Donald Trump's second term began, though. As part of the deal, China says it would delay for 1 year restrictions on the sale of its rare earth minerals that are critical for making smartphones and cars. Meantime, the president says China has agreed to resume buying American soybeans. This includes a promise to buy at least 25 million metric tons of soybeans annually for the next 3 years.
And here in Kentucky, soybeans are $1 billion crop. So this deal with China is something many farmers have been waiting for.
So WHAS 11's Conroy DeLuche returned to a farm in Nelson County, which has bushels of beans in storage, waiting for the time to sell there. Conroy?
Well, just last year, China purchased more than half of the soybeans exported from the United States. So a deal being reached between the two countries is a big deal. But for some, this agreement comes a little too late. And for others, this does not solve remaining huge issues. His livelihood has taken Quint Pottinger far from bourbon country.
I've seen some neat places, ate some good food. There's nothing like waking up in the morning to this view.
His farm overlooks acres of crops.
Corn, wheat, rye, and barley for the whiskey industry.
Along with bushels of soybeans that stretch along the hill.
We're waiting for things to dry back out, but we're right in full soybean harvest mode.
Speaking of drying out, the weather has been a challenge throughout the year.
You know, the wettest spring we've ever had, the driest August we've ever had.
Despite the obstacles, right now there are 20,000 bushels of soybeans sitting in a silo at Affinity Farms.
Well, I couldn't afford to hold on to it, but I couldn't afford to sell it, if that makes any sense.
According to the Kentucky Farm Bureau, the price of soybeans only started going up on September 30th. The deal with China does help farmers set up for next season.
A lot of excitement that the trade deal is there. For this reason, in a lot of ways, is it brings some of that certainty to the market, right? We've got some numbers now that we can look to.
But waiting for China's purchase proved too risky for many farmers who did sell off at a loss.
There's going to be a lot of people that weren't able to capitalize on that, and it's still going to be a pretty rough year.
That, combined with the cost of simply being a farmer, continues to rise.
Equipment costs have gotten out of control.
That's why Pottinger dropped $180,000 into a smaller, autonomous tractor.
If you're going to operate something newer that's reliable, you got to go smaller, and it'll plant everything, and it'll plant at night and during the day.
He is relieved for a deal with China, but reality remains for Kentucky farmers.
It's been a rough 3 years, minus the trade deal with weather and rising cost of inputs. You know a farmer, reach out to him, check on him, make sure he's doing okay.
The agricultural economist said that this deal does help with price stability to a degree. It also ends by 2029. So these years give the U.S. time to figure out how to avoid such heavy reliance on the future on China and perhaps turn to more uses for soybeans here in the United States. With photojournalist Aspen Hester, Conroy DeLuche, WHAS 11 on your side.